What's going on, guys? Tricity here, and today I am bringing you another install video. Today we are going to be removing the sport wing that's on my 370Z, and we're going to add one of the wings that I got. It is basically the Nismo wing. So we're going to be installing that, and I'm going to be showing you step by step how to be doing that, and how to remove the sport one, and then how to install the Nismo one. So first, you're gonna have to obviously open up your trunk, and then you're gonna have these two clips here. So how you open them is you're gonna have to grab, I used a flathead and they were closed, and then I just pry them open like this. Same thing for this one. You open it up from this one over here, not over here. I was trying to open it up from here and it didn't work. So you just open it from here, pop it open like that. You'll see a 10 mil screw over there, and then a 10 mil right there. I already got them out, two right here. And then this thing is just held on by clips. So what I did is I just put a flathead over here, popped it open a little, and now I just gotta pull it all off and take it off the clips. So now what we have to do is there are two bolts. There's one there, and then there's one up there, and then same thing here, one there, and then one up there. So we're gonna have to take those out, and then we are also, this wing is held on by 3M tape. So we're gonna have to use like a wire to be able to sort of saw it off, or saw it so it's like sort of cut. And then we're gonna have to use either a heat gun or a blow dryer in order to heat it up so we can pull this off easily. And we'll do that, and hopefully that works out well. So what I'm gonna do right now is I'm gonna take out those 4 bolts, and then I'm going to go from there. So I managed to lose a couple of the screws, but hopefully I'll manage to get them out after. So now what we have to do is we have to saw this off with some string, and then we'll go from there.
Even when I know we're worlds apart, and if I could turn back the days, is there something that I'd change? Or am I just in love with dreaming of your face? 'Cause if you ask me how I really feel, would I even tell you that it's real? Would I, deep inside, in my
I am completely drenched. So there's a clip here, all these clips. I think this one came off. I have to put that back on. So it's sort of hard to put a string through it because with these clips, especially these, you're gonna have to put it, when you're doing it, you're gonna get stuck. You're gonna have to go up, and then these two, you're gonna have to get stuck, go up. But I only had to saw maybe about halfway here, and then I was able to pull it up the rest of the way. So as you guys can see, I have been cleaning it off pretty well. I still have a little bit left, but this all will be covered with the spoiler, so I'm not really too worried about this. There are parts that aren't covered, like here, that if you can see there's a little edge. I'm going to try to get that off even more. There's this slight glue like right here, so I'm going to try to get that off. And then I'm going to assemble the wing once I'm satisfied with the cleaning that I did, because it's going to be annoying trying to clean it after I put it on. So I'm going to do that, and then I will update you guys then. Alright, so now I have the spoiler or wing assembled. This was probably the most difficult part, to be honest. There's this hole right here that there's two bolts you have to go into. There's one there, and there's another one. I don't know if you guys will be able to see it, but it's very hard in order to, it holds the top piece to the bottom piece, and there's two on this side, two on this side. And what I did was I just laid down here and then just held the screwdriver up and was just fishing it in there and trying to get it in there. It took me maybe about an hour of different methods of trying to be able to get that on there. And so I had this at first just by itself, and I was trying to do it, and it kept on falling off here. So I put this magnet thing, taped it onto here, trying to put the screw in the magnet here, but it just wasn't working at all with all the methods. And then I was just like, you know what, I'm going to try to lay down, use a regular screwdriver, and it ended up working after a couple more tries. So you just really got to be patient with it, and it's going to take a little bit of time, but once you get it on there, we're pretty much done. I don't know if I'm going to be drilling any holes or not. I'm going to have to see that once I put it on. I know for a fact I'm able to use, I believe it's one of these two and one of these two from the previous one. And maybe I'll be able to use these clips for a screw too. I believe that's where they go, but I might have to drill from the inside. If it's here, then I might have to drill like a hole here or something. So we'll see once I line it up, and we'll go from there. So I figured out that I do have to drill into the car because I have to use this one, this one, this one, and this one. So those are where the holes line up. These I do not need, but I'm going to keep them on there because there's no point taking them off. So I sort of started one. I'm going to be getting a bigger drill because the one I'm using just isn't doing the job. I mean, you can see through the hole, but to get the screw through there is going to be very difficult. So I'm just going to get a bigger drill to be able to make the holes bigger, and it'll be a lot easier to get the screw fed in there. So where you want to put the holes is, so you're gonna have 1, 2, 3. You're gonna want to put it right next to the first one, sort of right here. I've seen some people put it here, but I don't see how that'll line up at all. So I think putting it here, I saw someone else put it here, and that lines up perfectly. So for this side, you do 1, so it'd be somewhere around here that you would have to drill into. Alright, so what we ended up doing is we put those, not that one, we put the one up there. You might not be able to see it. There's one directly above, and then what we ended up doing is we put 3M tape on the front. There was a sponge-like material that I put around the edge here, on the inside edge. and a little bit around the holes. It's so like water, it'll capture the water so water doesn't go in. And then for the 2 holes that were supposed to go here and here, because there's supposed to be 4, so there's supposed to be 1 here, 2, 3, 4. I had drilled it, but it was just way too difficult to get in and put in the screw and have it line up, especially because there's 2 layers. So there's this layer and then there's another layer that we have to go in. So what we ended up doing is we just patched this up because we don't want any water going in or anything like that. And with the cover only goes up to here, so it's sort of noticeable. So if you cover it up, it isn't as noticeable. We put another screw right there. So the original one had a hole there already, same with here. The original had a hole there already, so we just screwed that into the wing itself. The wing didn't have holes there, but we made them, and we were able to get basically 4 screws. So 2 here, and then 2 here, and then we have 3M tape running around the entire front. So the front is held down, and then the rear is, fine because it has the 4 screws holding it. And then this shouldn't be going up because that's not going to happen. When we're driving, the wind force is going to be pushing it down anyways. So I wouldn't have to worry about that going up, pushing that way. So just to give you a couple different angles, this is how it looks. It's pretty nice. The fitment is, it's A+ for being an eBay part. I got this off of eBay, off of Icon Motorsports. This is, you're not going to get better than this. It's pretty sturdy. This is not going anywhere. Like I said, the fitment is perfect. There's really nothing to complain about. The install took me a little bit longer because I'm still relatively new on working on car installs, so I had a little bit of help with my dad towards the end when putting this on there, so I was able to get some advice on what to do instead, because I knew I had to do these, but I didn't know about these 2, so I got some advice about that. So it looks really good, and the paint match is perfect. Paint is literally the exact same color, and it's pearl too, so it has that sparkle just like the paint does. So I'm gonna put this piece back on. It's just clips, so that's pretty easy. I'm not gonna show that. So I hope you guys enjoy this install. If you have any questions or anything, please make sure to leave them in the comment section below. I'll try my best to be able to answer them, dealing with this install. If you guys have any questions about putting your Nismo V1 wing on your 370Z, make sure to let me know. And hopefully you guys enjoyed this video, and we look forward to more installs in the future. Take care and peace.